Hi, it's Kathy from Raven Vintage. Welcome back to my craft room and welcome back to 100 Ways to Use Scraps. We are, oh my goodness, on project 34 already. This is the layered flip cluster, and there's, like anything else, 100 ways to make clusters, but this one is different from like a fixed cluster where everything is just glued down, pretty layered, you know, and stationary. Or a dangle one where you do all your layers, poke a hole, and then you wrap string through it, or a little bulb pin or something, and it swings around. This one is a flip cluster, so think of it like a little scrappy notebook. So it's a cluster, so it looks like a cluster, and yet it still offers a little bit of cute journaling space for your favorite quote, a little secret, your passwords, whatever you want. What I like to do with these little flippy things is, because you want to write in them, I think it's nice that you can take it out of the book and lay it down, turn it the way direction you want to write in it. So therefore, we're going to make it hook onto a pocket. I would start with some sort of a thicker cardstock of some sort, scrapbook paper, doesn't matter, but something a little that has a little bit of heft to it. And we're not measuring here, but it's going to, I'm looking for something approximately 2 inches wide, let's say. And I just want it to be about, I don't know, about that long, whatever that is. So let me just, first of all, do that. And I said about 2 inches. Okay. Like I said, you don't have to measure, but if you want to know what size my project is, to give you an idea. So this is the little what do we call this maybe? This is the bend. This is the hook. Let's call that the hook. That's the hook that's going to hang over top of the pocket or the belly band, or wherever you decide to hang it in your book. We're going to use this as the part that it hangs on or hangs from. Okay, and then it's just like a cake where you have your bigger, like a tiered cake. You have the biggest layer at the bottom, medium, small. It's nice to do things in 3s, 5s, and 7s, like odd numbers are pleasing to the brain. And I would like stuff I can write on. So I'm just going to eyeball this. Like I said, I'm just want the next piece to be a little bit more narrow than that one, so this shows at the back. Probably, you know what, Kathy, you should probably use a ruler. Let's see. Let's grab a ruler. Just to be a little more proper. I don't even know if that's straight. Let's just hold our breath. And remember, you want it long enough to hang over the edge, or the top, I should say. And I don't really care what it looks like at the back. But like this, and just wrap it around. Okay, so there's 2 layers. Let's get a little color going in here. And it doesn't have to be centered. That's the other thing. You can go left and right, and I'll show you what I mean here in a second. I'm just making sure it's a little bit smaller than the one before. So what I mean by that, let me just get it bent over first like that. Okay, so this piece here, you can go to the left. This one, you can shimmy it over to the right. So see how I have, it's not centered. It's doing this back and forth kind of thing. I much prefer that, actually. I think it looks better than everything being symmetrical or centered. And then let's do something, got writing on the back. Let me see if I can not do the writing. There we go. So I don't like this kind of blank spot here with like it all showing. Text. And to the eye, just something a little more narrow than that. Let's go with this. Let's see where that gets me. One, oops. So this is 3, this is 4. I'm going to come back this way again and up here. And then my number 5 is going to be the pretty thing we put on top. So there we go. Okay, so see how I have things just, it doesn't matter what it looks like back there. Now you have a choice. You can open up your hook, your flap hook, whatever you want to call it, and you can staple back here. I, however, like to staple as close as I can to the top, because when it's all stapled together, that makes that a little more pinched, and therefore it hangs on a little better to whatever you're hanging it on. There. So I put a staple quite close to the top. So my number 5 piece is going to be something from here. Nature Notes by Edith Holden. And I'm going to use my 2-inch, let me just get this little dude out of here for a second. My 2-inch circle punch. I'm going to keep that because I will probably use that at some point. And I'm going to try to get him in here in some sort of cute way. Mostly I'm concerned about his little face. There. So here's my number 5. And I'm going to glue that to the top. Now, if you wanted to add some lace around him or something, that does not count as your 3, 4, 5, and that's an obvious thing. That's more like an embellishment. That to me wouldn't count as your, but that's really cute. Now, when I glue him on, I'm just going to glue again very close to the top because I want to be able to open the pages, right? So I can't have him too far down. I want him a little bit higher. Like, say, like that. Okay. So now we've completed our little layered cluster. So when you pull this out of your book, off a pocket, like I said, or a belly band, you can remove it from the book, lay it down on your desk. You can open it up and you can, see that little bunny's going to move. You can write on your flaps. Oops, I got a little bit of glue past there. Didn't mean to do that. But you can write all on all the sides. And then he clips back into your book. So I've already made one to demonstrate, and I added just a silly pocket. This doesn't really mean anything, but here's the other one I made. So again, it just has the hook. This is the medallions is glued on the top, and there's my hook with one simple staple, and he just hooks onto the pocket and stays like that. Same with this one, would just hook onto the pocket and just stay like that. So of course, if this was a belly band across the page like this, you could also do the same thing. You could just hook it onto your belly band, but it's removable, which is wonderful. But because we stapled it in that way, the way we did, it's got a nice pinch on it. It's really not, like, it's not going to fall out. It's going to stay in there quite nicely. So I think these are adorable, really cute way. If you want to find little characters and things and you don't have, I wanted to demonstrate this in case you don't have, you know, ephemera and things to use. And these are a great mass make too. So I think I'm going to sit down and make a few of these tonight, and actually might get my granddaughter to help me make some more tomorrow. But you can go through old children's books, magazines, all kinds of things. And if your paper's too thin, you can of course glue it to some cardstock. But there's all kinds of places. Just start, you know, go through a book and just start sliding this over top of things and say, oh yeah, that would be, like, frame it and see what it would look like. It's a very fun thing to do. And even when you are left with this here, like, this is not even, there. But this is just a nice little background for, you never know, like for something, who knows, you could put a sentiment or something across there, or a page number, or a butterfly, or trying to find something here on my mess that you could use. Like there's a little bird with a smaller punch. There's a page number. Like you can build things out of, there's all kinds of things you can do with book pages, magazines, dictionaries, atlases, old instruction books, textbooks, game instructions, menus, all kinds of things. Get your circle punches out. Yeah, aren't they adorable? So cute. So that's number 34, your layered flip cluster. Very fun. Well, tomorrow, what are we doing? Oh, tomorrow we're doing a sliding element. So now that you're all pros at making those sliding pockets, we are going to do a sliding element where the element itself is the star of the show. So I look forward to doing that with you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.